Greetings and thank you for joining me for yet another Sunday service. This month, November and December, are two of the busiest months in my calendar. I know so many people who have birthdays. It's amazing how all of us have one month where there seems to be a lot of people who have birthdays in our lives, which is not strange because it's because of the types of people that we attract. Like attracts like. So we may not be attracting people like ourselves, but there is no surprise that many of our friends, the people that we care about, are similar in nature, and therefore very possibly similar in terms of when they have their birthdays. That is most definitely the case for me. So starting November, I kicked off with birthdays. I'm not even halfway through and I've already celebrated at least 3, and the rest are like lined up for a festive month, both in November and December. And December, of course, culminates in the biggest of all birthdays, whether we want to remember it, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. So what does it mean? What do we do when birthdays roll around? We pick up the phone, or we pick up our WhatsApp messaging, and we either send a message depending on how busy, and that's just an excuse, or how lazy we are. Pick up the phone and speak to the person to say happy birthday. So many happy returns. And then we send them all kinds of little messages. Some are dancing, some are clapping, some are jumping. But it doesn't really matter what it is. They are getting something joyful. They will see whether it's a picture of a cake or a person dancing. It's a joyful image. And why? Why do we do that? Ultimately, because I've remembered it's somebody's birthday. No, that's not why you're doing it. That may be why it seems like you're doing it, but the truth of the matter is that you are actually sitting down or walking or working, thinking about that person. I mustn't forget so-and-so's birthday today, because if I forget, I'm going to go to bed tonight and I'm going to regret it tomorrow morning. Must make a point of remembering. 90% of the time, the thought comes into our minds and it sits at the back of our heads. We know, we remember. And we don't remember because we've got nothing to do. We do not think twice about who the other person is. Who is the person I wanted to wish a happy birthday, and why? Well, we want to wish another person, if it's not become a habit, which it may be, if it's not on your Facebook page, which it may be, if it's not something that you just do because you see it, if you are sincerely wishing somebody a happy birthday, you are saying, thank you for being in my life. And I wish for you the following. Whether it be abundance, whether it be beauty, whether it be good health, whether it be a job, which very often is the case for people. No matter what it is that you have in mind, it is your thoughts about that person. thank you for enriching my life. Thank you for being in my life and reminding me how special it is to have someone in your life that you can share laughs with, that you can spend quiet time with, that from time to time you even have coffee with. Does that person share aspects of your life? Is this a good friend of yours? Somebody who you treasure? Somebody who, when you've had coffee then, you walk away and you think, oh, that was so good. I so love that person. In which case, your gratitude for that person in your life is so much bigger than you think. It is so important to think about our friends. It is so important to think of the many ways in which they uplift us. No, they weren't born for us. They weren't born to give our lives meaning. They weren't born to make us happy. All of that are bonuses. We are blessed to have them in our lives, blessed to be able to sit and spend time with them, to chat to them when neither of you even expect to. Then, of course, there are the ones who just wander into your life. They don't become good friends. They don't become necessarily the friends that you spend weekends or long leisurely lunches over with. But they are there. You know they are there. They know that you are there. And when you do chat to one another, it is a good thing. It feels good. You know how to agree and or disagree with somebody. What matters is that you are able to pick up the phone and say, I'm thinking of you today. I hope you are having such a magical day. I hope you're being spoilt. I'm thinking of you. And you know what? You're important because you and I are colleagues. Maybe we only speak to each other 2 or 3 times a year on your birthday, but that's also okay. It is not necessarily our place to throw you a party or do anything wonderful. I just want you to know I'm thinking of you. Then there are our parents. Were it not for them, we wouldn't be here. We would not be having a party. We would not be having a celebration. It is important, so important for us to remember that the people who brought us into this life came with a very particular contract. And that contract most definitely and without question is here. Because a part of their contract was to give birth to us. They are important. They gave us life. They have spent many a birthdays carrying burdens, carrying worries, carrying all kinds of things on our behalf and never letting on. Then, needless to say, there are our children, those little beings who we celebrate every year with so much joy, especially a baby after the first year. There's so much pride, so much joy, so much magic in that mother's face, in everything she's doing, scuttling about, getting everything ready for the inevitable party. Do you think that happy birthday is so much more than happy birthday? Do you think that happy birthday is I'm thinking of you? I am so blessed. I'm saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming into this life and enriching mine, for making my life something special, for adding to the joy in my life. And what's more, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your life, to be able to be here and to say thank you. And how very special are the beings who are being born on this day, whether it is your 10th, your 20th, your 30th, your 50th birthday, it really doesn't matter. All over the world there are beautiful little beings entering the world, sharing the same planets and positions as you do. Invite them in. Embrace them energetically from a distance. And take it upon yourself to say, from today forward, I will remember you even though I do not know your face, I do not know your name. You are born on the same day, maybe a different year, but energetically on the same day as I am. May your joys be my joys. It is so important. Embrace them, hold them close. And every year on your birthday, over and above saying thank you to the Father, Mother, God, for your ability to be here, for the privilege of you coming to this earth and experiencing life here. Thank you for the privilege of sharing it with all these beautiful souls. It is a joy to hold energy for all the other people who share a birthday with you. And then finally, December, this time of magic, this time of year that culminates in the big birthday, that one we call Christmas. I love how Christmas is celebrated all over the world. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not necessarily the how, because everybody celebrates it differently. And there are many people who look down their noses when it comes to Christmas and the so-called birth of Christ. It really does not matter what it is and how it is that you say it. It really does not matter how you celebrate it, whether you do it with candles or trees. All over the world there are people who may not even give Christ a second thought or spirit as such, but who are out celebrating Christmas. And if you are celebrating Christmas, whether it is with one gift or 50, whether it is with one song or 50, or whether it is just quietly, but doing it being quiet, becoming quiet, remember this time around, whilst you celebrate Christmas, to just give a thought to all the many people in this world who through their faith spreads joy, spreads love, blessings, and abundance. In the name of the Father, Mother, God, in the name of Christ. Remember always, this day is sacred. Treat it as such. The day of your birth, the day of God's birth, the day of every person who entered this incarnation. For we are here to grow our souls, to take God's hand and to walk through life. From here on out, every single time you pick up the phone, whether it is to send a WhatsApp, an emoji, to make a call, or to buy a Christmas cracker to put on your lunch table, remember to stop for a moment and to say thank you for your ability to share in this celebration. My affirmation: as an individualized expression of God, my purpose for being created is, in fact, God's purpose. Beloved Father, Mother, God, how very, very blessed I am to have so many people in my life whose lives I am able to celebrate. Thank you for the gifts of my friends, in some cases my acquaintances, the people I love, my partner, my parents, and the absolute joy of our children. Thank you also for all the beings who bring their special energies into this world by choosing to share it with me. Thank you, dear God. Thank you for the blessings of people, for the blessings of love, and for the ability that we have to share our light, to express our purpose, which is to shine who we are, our expression of you in this world. May we never forget to remember and to honor your love in our lives. Amen.
Happy birthday, baby. Oh, I love you so. 16 candles make a lovely light, but not as bright wow.